welcome to my very first stream. So let's see how it is. Please, while you join, let me know if the audio is correct, if you can hear things properly, and so on and so forth. So let's put the mic at the right spot so you can actually hear me well. And here we go. Okay, so let's see where we are at. And here we are, the chat. Okay, let's see if people joins. Maybe. Let's wait a second. Hello. Hi. Okay. So, hello. Hi. Somebody says hi. Okay. Is this working fine? My very first stream. So somebody is sending me an hello. Okay. Great. So here we are. We are starting to, let's get things started. I'm going to send out a quick tweet while we are at so that people can join. Okay. Wow. A few people joining. Hello. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Paul. Welcome. Here we go. We are online. My first stream. Whatever. So, and Twitch. YouTube. Okay. Here we go. Okay. And I am live. Okay. Perfect. Tweet sent out. Okay. So what are we going to do today? And I did a little bit of a survey a couple of days back. And we have been, the answer was bring Node.js 19 support for Fastify. So here we go. So a few years back, I did what should I develop on my stream on Thursday, and the answer was Fastify Node 19 compatibility. Cool. Okay, so what are we going to do? Well, exactly that. Okay, let's see how it goes. Okay, so if we go into Fastify, you can see that there is, let's probably, can you read this? Likely so, but let me zoom in a little bit. Okay, so if you go into Fastify, you could see that there is support node 19 from Raphael. So Raphael has done some preliminary work to get this done. I don't know exactly what's the problem, so let's start and look at it. Okay, so let's, whoa, okay, here we go. Cool. So I have installed Node 19 just now. Okay, so node dash minus v Node 19. Oh, by the way, if you are doing Node.js, you should be using NVM. So if you're not using NVM for installing your node, you're probably doing it wrong. So let's go in here. As if you go Google NVM, do yourself a favor and use this. I'm passing it in the chat, so that's what I use for switching node versions. So, oh, didn't copy. Here we go. Past. Okay, chat. Yes, I am Italian. Yay. Cool. Yeah, I am Italian. Yeah, it's Matteo Collina, so it's probably Italian name. Cool. Okay. So git status. Okay, so node 19. So npmi to be sure, run npm test, and let's see how much it breaks. Brace yourself for impact. This is going to be breaking quite a bit probably. So we'll see. Just to recap what Node.js has changed in on v19. There is a change that impacts Fastify, which is about the behavior that the server has when it's shutting down. So we changed the fact that Node.js by default now creates script-alike connections, which is great, super important. Okay, so we are going to just do that. Super important. Now, why is super important that we did the change in Node? Keeping the keep alive request open is necessary to improve the performance. If we need to open and close the connection every single time, is going to destroy the performance of your application. So it's what it is. Anyway, oh, cool, it finished. So we have a little bit, not, I thought worse. Okay, so I totally thought worse. Interesting. Okay, so, oh, interesting stuff that broke that didn't exist. So this is close test.js. Okay, so if you're developing Fastify, you could do node test close.test.js to actually run it and see exactly this. So it's error with cannot open, could work, should after return 503 on closing false. Okay, so this is caused by this PR on core. So let's look at it. So if we look at core, if you go into the nodejs.org website and you go on the news, the announcements, you can see that there is the v19 announcements, and this is the keep alive by default. Paolo Insogna is one of my ex-colleagues, one of my ex-team member actually. Hi Paolo, it's been great. We kind of developed this together for a long time, and this essentially makes it closing the idle connection by default. So, looks like that test is actually correct in failing. So let me look at it. Should continue to work. So basically, this is saying that if we are not, so what is returning a 503 on closing? Okay. Hi, Rafael. Hi, folks. Okay. So what is a 503 on closing? And this is, what are those two options? What do they do? Okay. So when you are opening a connection, a keep alive connection on a server, you might want to, when you close the server, you do fastify.close, you shut down the server, there are two behaviors that can happen. Either you truncate all the connection in mid-flight, not nice from a user experience, to be honest, or you do what is called a graceful shutdown. So you start, you keep the connection open until you keep doing all the servers, all the requests that are floating in the keep alive connection until you can shut them down. What Fastify does, it offers this option called return 503 on closing, okay, and you can find it here on the website, and it's return 503 on closing. Okay, it's explained here. So basically, returns 503 after calling close server method. If false, the server routes the incoming request as usual. Okay, this is cool, right? So because it's default in true, and this is set it to false. So when I call close, it expects to keep the connection work. Note that in order to test this, it's using a net create connection. Okay, and I don't think it's possible to actually do this in Node 15 because in Node v19 maybe. Let's see this PR. So basically this flips a default, I think. So yeah, close idle connections. So I cannot skip this. This is always called close idle connection. So these calls close all the idle connection. So an idle connection on a WebSocket, on a keep alive socket, is a socket, a request that does not have a request in flight. So basically, this is not possible. It cannot pass. This test cannot pass on v19. fact, yeah, this is cannot. So so we have const is v19 is as idle connection. Oh, maybe let's call it is v19 plus. So we can have, okay, so what we do in here, we get semver. Oh, sorry. And here we go. Ah, yeah, I know, Rafael. I noticed. So here we go. So what we are doing, so what we are doing is this is the test that we are the programmatic test, and we need to verify that the server is the version is greater than 19 to skip this test, because it's so I never remember what semver look like. So I typically, whenever an API I don't remember, I typically go and search inside Node modules and open up the README. And oh, it's GT. Okay, semver.gt. Cool. So okay, I can go back to my thing. Server.gt. So it's okay. So process.version, and we need v19.0.v19.x. Maybe it's GTE. Good. Equal console log is v19 plus. So now trick, I don't want to run any test. I can just run node tap only word one test close dot test. Hi, test.js. Oh, invalid version. What did I do wrong? Maybe it's the inverse. Okay, let's try this. Invalid version. Let's see. So let's move back to here. Let's open up the website and look at it again, because I am wrong. Oh, didn't pick. Okay, yeah, picked it correctly. So, okay, so grade GT. Sorry. Okay. So, okay, I need to, it needs to be, okay, so satisfies, let's go, let's copy. Oh, let's go with this. Let's copy this line and then iterate on it. Okay, so now I can go back into my code. So I can do is v19 plus, and this is, I think is process version. Yeah, it should be. And this should be, okay. Okay. And then magically, let's do this skip is v19 plus. Let's run it again. Okay, this does not crash anymore. Seems correct. Okay, here we go. Oh, it would be awesome if I share my vMRC. Cool. Yes, of course I can. Okay. So my vMRC. So what I use for Vim, this is actually very interesting. So I use Space Vim. I'm very lazy. I'm a lazy bastard, and I use Vim. I use Space Vim. So reality is I don't really have a vMRC. I have a Space Vim.d and I have an init.toml. That's what I have. And it's actually a good set of defaults, which I have massively customized to my liking. And some interesting bits I've added is autopilot and copilot and a bunch of other things. So here we go. Okay, so this is my, I use that and with some configs. I had a pretty much a more complex configuration of Vim for a while, but I have simplified a little bit. Ah, hi Leo. Okay, even Leo joined. Cool. So, okay, true. So this is correct. So now I can do node test close.test.js, and this skip is correct. If I use node 19, node 18, I can actually run this, and it's the test still run. Cool. Okay, so okay, so however, I don't like skipping a test, and I don't like skipping a test. So reality is it's we need to do should not continue to work. Okay, and this is skip, and what I expect is client on error, and I expect this to be okay, error. Cool. And then let's put an only, because I completely don't remember only true. Let's run this. Okay, test unfinished. So for assertions, which seems about correct for what I would expect. So it's one here. Oh, a few people joining me. So cool. Wow. Few people watching here. Amazing. Please chat, folks, so I see what you folks are doing. So I have a client on error. So it's, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, seems about correct. So I don't need to do any of this. Let's see if it passes. No, it doesn't. Why? Oh, test unfinished. Oh. Yeah. Cool. Okay. And this is passing. Okay, I need to remove the only at the end. Nice. And okay, this is not working anymore. So this is one test here is passing, is skipped, because what are we skipping? Where it is skip. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. One skip and the other is pass. Okay, great. So this is it's okay now. Hey, hi folks. More people. What are we doing today? Today we are fixing 11. Sorry, we are fixing Fastify for Node.js v19. So it's currently not passing all the tests. So we are making all the tests pass. Yes. Thank you, Miguel. Yeah, Fastify Node 19. Hopefully we'll get the PR through before the streams end, and then we move to something else. So this is the life of a maintainer. You have a huge blob of issues that you need to do. And if you are interested in some of the goal of my streaming, to be this stream probably is to showcase what routine, what type of issues we are facing as maintainers, as Node.js maintainers every day. So now we have some more errors, which is test close pipelining. Cool. Do you know what is HTTP pipelining, folks? Maybe a little bit of a refresher might be useful. So we go here, HTTP pipelining, as usual. And there is a really good article where it is actually, yeah, this is probably okay. Okay, so this is a typical diagram of that explains how HTTP pipelining works. So in normal HTTP, you have when you send a request, you get a response, you send a request, you get a response, and you keep going with that connection. HTTP pipelining enables you to send multiple requests and wait for the response for all of them. This is actually pretty useful to boost the performance. Consider that the browser don't do this, don't do HTTP pipelining, but if you're doing server to server, is actually quite popular, and it's one of the fundamental one of the first reasons why I started working on Undici, the HTTP client for Node.js that's super fast, and actually it's blazing fast, as somebody else would say. So some friends of mine, now you can see it here, and there's quite a bit of a difference between HTTP, normal HTTP, and Undici here, almost a 2x in terms of perf. So it's pretty amazing. Okay, so this is the side show on Undici, and it's a side advertisement. So here we go. So we are going back here, test, close pipelining, and oh yeah, owned air socket. Ha, this is bad. Okay, so git checkout -b. Let's do v19 support, and let's add this file. So what are these? What do these flags do? So dash small s add signed off, dash big S sign the commit, dash m adds the file, the message of the commit. So let's see, fixed close test JS for node v19. Okay, and dash n because the tests are not passing and I don't want to create problems, and I'm pushing this just because I want, so you can possibly follow online what I'm doing. Cool. Okay, so in case you wonder, you can find this branch at, okay, let's do this. So GitHub Fastify, and then you can see this is the branch, and you can see the branch in here in the chat. Paste. Here we go. Hello. There was a question. Hi folks. Okay, so there was a question okay, first of all, question: you can do the pipeline with promise all, right? No, you can't. You can't do pipeline with promise all in the sense of it's two separate concepts. Promise all works in JavaScript at the top, and pipelining it's a socket thing. So you could do promise all and still open 4 sockets instead of just using one socket and do the pipelining with all the things in the socket in one socket. On the other end, you could use promise all and have everything be pipelined underneath. They are completely like two orthogonal concerns. Okay. Other question is, do you use conventional commits? No, I don't. Sorry, I am not a fan. So I don't. I am a messy person. A lot of people have tried to put me in using conventional commits. You might try it. Okay. What is another good question? What is the use case for Undici pipeline? The question is actually improve the performance of HTTP requests in server-to-server communication, especially if you're building a gateway or you're doing a lot of server-to-server communication in Node. You really don't want to do you really don't want to create a new socket for each one or use a lot of sockets, because sockets are a limited resource in servers. Okay, you can have 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, I don't know, some thousands. but you can't have unlimited. So at some point you will need to reuse some of them or do some queuing and so on and so forth. And the pipelining actually enables you to get a resource quite in a much more performant way. Essentially, it's performance. Cool. Okay, so let's go back and talk a little bit about our code. Okay, so in our code, so we were here, and yeah, I did a commit, and then I need to open up my test, close pipelining. Okay, so yeah, and this is failing, and this is failing, I think, because there is a bug in Undici, so which I don't like. So in fact, in order to make Fastify work, what keyboard do I use? Cool. Okay, so a few questions, more questions. Matteo, is a socket a full duplex with keep alive header? No, it's not that. A socket, when I call a socket, is a Unix socket, is a TCP socket, okay? I was referring it as a TCP socket, is full duplex, yes, but it's one level down. Like, I'm not talking about keep alive and things like that. Like, I open it opens a socket and then it keeps the keep alive headers and stuff like that. But when I refer to the term socket, is one level underneath. And what keyboard do I use? Okay, this is actually interesting because you're probably hearing me typing quite a lot. And where it is, okay, this is my camera and this is my keyboard. You can see it is a Keychron. So if Keychron if you're watching this and you want to sponsor me keyboards or send me money, yeah, I'm pretty happy to take your money. So it's I am a huge fan. I bought 2 and I'll probably buy 3 at some point, whatever. So it's a Keychron. It's amazing keyboard. Cool. So Undici. Okay. So Node-v, Node 16. So let's switch to Node 19. As usual, use NVM for doing your things. npm git pull. Yeah. npmi. This is a lot of code in here. Okay, here we go. Failures over failures over failures. So, is your camera the Opal C1? Yes, my camera is the Opal C1. How do you know? How could you spot the fact that it's an Opal? I'm actually very curious. Okay. Not much. Okay, not many failures. So, interesting. Okay. Okay. Oh, it is a question. Why, from Miguel, why don't you use npm CI? Because it's useless if you are developing modules. I don't really want to limit my. I don't use package locks. I don't have package locks on most of my projects. If you are developing, a product or something private, you want to have a package lock and use npm CI. But if you are developing modules and stuff like that, it's actually quite better to have it floating. There is an alternative way of setting things up where you have the package lock, but it's maintained in a slightly different way. I never did that setup, so this is super simple. There is a better setup, which is better, but I haven't done it. There is described somewhere else. Cool. Okay, so this test is failing. Okay, and it's okay. Let's do something very simple. Okay, so I just want to test something with Undici, and let's see if I can reproduce. So okay, so const server require HTTP create server IP days. So okay, here we go, and res and hello world now, and then I need const client bug.js, bug.mjs. Let's do it with ECMAScript because it's actually nicer. Create server. Cool. So then I can do await new promise. Okay. And server.listen 3000 resolve. Cool. Okay. And I am missing, here we go. Okay. Const client. So the server is listening. So, oh, I need to import client from undici, actually index.js. And then const client, new client, http localhost. Actually, yeah, localhost is cool. 3000. And I want pipelining 1. Okay. And then what was in this test? Okay, something very stupid. Cool. Oh, I didn't copy it. Okay. And this is client.request. Okay. I want to issue 1. Don't like this syntax, so I don't know why I was indenting things this way over there. Okay. And then here we go. Okay. Yeah, it's nice, right? I don't know. I really like the... Oh, can you explain MJS extension? Okay. Okay, a few questions that I didn't follow. So are your vim.files online? No, they're not. My vim.files are a total mess. It's so I'm not publishing them. Can you explain MJS extension? So I use MJS to be able to. This is called this is Michael Jackson script or whatever. No, I'm joking. It's the syntax for using the new import and so on and so forth. So if I want to load import, I need to use, if you want to use import, you need MJS or set module true, but this is inside the undici code base, which is a CommonJS module. If I want to use ECMAScript and the new ECMAScript modules in there, I had to put in the MJS stuff. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Amazing, folks. So we are doing a request, and then I am closing the server here. Okay. And then I am closing the client. Okay. Let's see if this runs. All good. Okay, and this is here we go. Oh, okay, this is the first one. Let's add another one. This works very well. What the heck is Fastify doing that? Oh, wait a second. It's the same problem we had before, I think. Git diff main. So that's me being dumb. It's, yeah, it's the exact same problem. Okay, so it's closing because it's expect not to close and it's closing. So, okay, I can lift the same tests from before. Oh, it works with Michael Jordan script. I really like the basketball angle on that. You know, I really like that. It's, yeah, amazing. So now what we are doing here, we need this line. We need this line. And oh, Sember, where is it? Okay. And then we need to skip this. Okay. And then I need to copy this. Wait a second. Should not, sorry, I'm still lost on this test. Close pipelining. Okay, should return, oh, the first one. Okay, sorry, I made a mess. It's not this one that's failing. It's the first one. Should return pipelining. Return 503 on closing. It's true, but pipelining one, sorry. No, this seems different. Und air socket. Any clue, folks, over there? Rafael, somebody else? Only true. Very interesting. So, okay. So how I would approach this? So first, the connection is false. I'm not closing the connections. I am return 503 on closing, and it's erroring when on the second request. Oh, wait a second. So this does two requests in parallel. Ah, okay. Let's try again. Let's see here. So here instead, wait. Promise. Oh, let's see if I can repro. 1, 2. Okay. Let's see if I can repro. Okay. Node bug. All good. Yeah, I don't know. Like Rafael, I have like you see, I can't reproduce this in here. Like I can't reproduce it in with wait a second. This is pipelining is one, okay. So it's doing pipelining. It's the same logic, okay. And it's let's see. Let's see what it gets. Const rests, responses, and const status codes, responses, map. Okay. Let's see if I put it correctly. Okay, so Node.js. Okay, 200, 200, 200. Oh, wait a second. So these seems okay because these return. So what does this return on 503 closing does? Oh, lib. Yeah, I want to edit anyway. No, not here. Oh. What was the name of this? Big question. Okay. So, return 503 on closing. And star and lib star. Oh, return 503. That was the mistake. Okay. Where is it? It's in routes. Okay, lib route. Return 503 on closing. Okay, here we go. So if closing is true, it's sending a message early on. And connection close. Okay. So I need here, I need res set header connection close. Okay. Ah, it worked. It did work. Magic. Well, it did work. It didn't, in the sense that at least I reproduced the problem without Fastify, which is very useful. Okay, if I remove it, okay, if I call server close, it's because the header is calling setting connection close. Which 11 is which 11 has a bug on or is very eager to do. So let's look at the HTTP pipelining spec. Let's see what this does. Actually, connection close. Okay. Connection close. Would like to close the connection. Okay. It's a problem in 11. Okay, and because as you can see, if it says connection close, it's the response it has, it's closing the connection even though it has 3 requests in flight. So it's a little bit too eager to close the connection, to be honest. Okay, and very interesting. Okay, so how are we fixing this? Big question. Okay, so cd lib grep Okay. Oh. Oh, don't close. Show the code. Yay. Sorry, folks. Yeah. Sorry. My bad. Here we go. I fixed it. Okay. So it is what I'm doing. So right now I am trying to grab close and trying to find out where this is happening. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Julian. And I am okay. Something that we can do here, to help debug this, it's okay. This runs. So something that we can do is a node debug HTTP. This will give me some logs for the HTTP server. Okay, and you see it's the server socket close. So this means, okay, this is interesting. Okay, it's actually correct. Huh? It's actually the correct behavior. So maybe Raphael is right and the bug is in Node. So we are kind of digging deep because Node.js, it's closing the request even if there is some in-flight data, maybe, but it's not wrong in doing so. So maybe it's not even bad. So maybe it's just my code and my test that's bad. So in here we are, so instead of doing this, okay, let's refactor this test to make it pass. Cool. I know what's happening now. So here we are canceling this. And by the way, never mix callbacks and promises, please. This code has bugs. So instead of doing this, wait, let's try and do them. This does so. Okay, so this is a codes. Okay, so here instead we do await promise all and okay. I don't know if this will work or not, but at least let's clean it up. This awaits not needed. So those two things are in flight at the same time. Now in here, in order to make this easy, the test, I need this to be an await. Return. Now here I need Promisify. And I need immediate. And I know I'm doing this because I might need to support I might need to support all the nodes. So we have already promisified version of set immediate if we want to, but I just don't know if this is available. So what I am doing is await immediate. So I'm actually getting all two requests to come through, and then I'm closing the server. Okay. Let's see what and then we need the response codes. Responses. Okay, and here we go. Okay. this should be a sync. Cool. I need to do an assertion. The same. Oh, const actual responses dot map status code. Okay. Same codes. Actual. No, actual code. Okay. Okay. It's failing. Other side closed. Which it's a problem. Okay. Yeah. It maps to what I would expect. It's closing it too early. Responses. Oh, I made a typo. Oh, yeah. Made a typo. Cool. We still didn't get there. So the problem might even be that we have a bug in Node Core, and Raphael is right. If we have a bug in Node Core, we probably will fix it next week or something like that. I don't know. Or maybe sooner. I need to open a bug and see if we can get it fixed in Node Core. But it might be that there is a bug in Node Core. Let me see. So this is closing. Okay. So I have 2 requests in flight. Node debug HTTP. Okay. Yeah. Outgoing message and server socket close. Yeah. Just got looking into it. Yeah. I think Paolo will get a bug report. What do you think, Rafael? Are we getting Paolo to fix? I don't know if Paolo is on the line, but who is Paolo? Paolo Insogna is one of my ex-colleagues at Nearform. It was part of my team. He is the one that together we make some of these changes to the HTTP stack in Node, but I think we made a bug. Oh, he is at Nearfest. True. So all of my ex-colleagues at Nearform are at the retreat. Oh, by the way, I'm not at Nearform anymore. This is a quick moment of sponsorship moment. I now work for a company called Platformatic.dev. So if you want, you can, if you like us, we do Fastify, Node.js, a bunch of new things, and you might want to check us out. So he's probably having fun. Maybe, I don't know. Not watching this stream? Come on. It will totally be there. Anyway, so let's try to get to the bottom of this. Did you get a repro, Rafael? Can you pop me your code somewhere? Yeah, let's see if Rafael is popping me. 1 second. Yeah. Okay, is also working in his repro code, but in hi. So very interesting. Yeah, it's a little bit too eager. So okay, CD node. Now it's getting serious and more serious and more serious. Okay. Okay, let's look at the repro that Rafael has given us. Yeah, it's exactly that. Yeah. Cool. This is the problem. Let's try to make a repro just using Node Core, because I think we can just reproduce it using Node Core. So this git pull, this is Node main. So git pull upstream main, because we want to be on the latest one. And here we go. So I'm doing OBS streaming, and now I'm also going to do make J8 to build. Oh, sorry. Yay. Please share the screen. Yeah, I keep not doing that. So here we go. So I am in Node and now it's compiling. Don't know how much time it will take. Hopefully not long. So anyway, I moved to Node, pulled, and now it's compiling Node so that we might get to the bottom of this problem. In the meanwhile, let's move bug.js, bug2.mjs. Here, let's try to reproduce it with import connect from net. Let's try if I see if I can reproduce this thing just by using this crash just by using net. Okay. So I am actually thinking something. I think we shipped some different. Let's do a little bit of scavenging in the Node code base, folks. Okay, I might just get something interesting here. Oh, by the way, the new setup with the new mic that I've done and so on is actually pretty cool because the fan is now spinning a lot and it doesn't look like you're listening to it. Okay, yeah. Looking a little bit lost. Yes, me too. So, okay, quick recap on the fix. So first of all, there was one challenge for Fastify, one challenge for getting Fastify v19 support, and we fixed the first one, which is we did one commit, and these you can see it here, but the tests are still failing. The reason this test is failing, it's correct in the sense that we are actually expecting it to behave differently because the behavior of Node have different. Okay, now, however, we have another test that is failing, and we are trying to investigate where the problem is. And right now I'm lost too, so I don't know. That's more or less where I am. G Madiona, I don't know. It's I'm kind of lost too. Right now I'm trying to. I think the problem is in Node Core, and I'm trying to get reproduction only on Node Core. The problem looks like that the server is closing the socket too early, while there is some more stuff in flight, which probably should be processed, probably. So I am trying to get to see where this can live, and it might well be that this is an HTTP server, and I'm actually going to go close. Here we go. Close. Because it close. Okay, bad request. Don't know. So let's go back into the code. Oh, this built. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do grep connection. Okay, I am going to switch. Okay. Okay, and too many, probably. Let's see. HTTP agent incoming, outgoing. Where this can be. So I have a hunch that I think we changed some behavior at some point on Node, which might be problematic. Because if I am, let's see, if I remove, because it's this connection header, it's related to this connection header. It's totally related to that. It's in server. where is this is? We are very deep into this debugging section. So that's expected. Yeah, but that's not correct. Stop the server. So, Rafael, you say you stop the server from accepting new connection and close all connections connected to the server, which are not sending requests with a response. But that's not true because there is one. So that's the problem. The problem is that there is one. Like, I think that's not related to that change. It's some other changes that we landed. It's because if I remove, okay, so see this. If I remove these set header connection close, it's passing correctly. So it's because I am doing this and it's closing the connection super early and it's not related to that PR. Now I can call Paolo on the phone and ask him, hey, Paolo, what did you do? Okay, we could do that. Close. Should keep alive. Okay, cool. Okay, so we are here. This is where we are sending this. Well, maybe not. It's hard. Okay. Or maybe it's in 11. Big question. If it's or not. Okay, let's do, okay, this is the bug. So this is, okay, let's open bug 2 and let's try to reproduce it with just net. Okay, so connect from net. So what I want to do, so client, it's connect. It's port 3000, maybe. Now, in here, we need to a function send request. So, and this function is client.write. And you know, how do you do when you want to do an HTTP request from scratch? HTTP request, and you do HTTP request. Hopefully you can find HTTP request example, or even better, you know, if you don't know what to do, you could even do this, and this can be actually easy. So basically you do you know NC and netcat. Okay, so you do netcat listen. Okay, so we can create okay, so we do netcat just a second, let me see if you remember the syntax for, okay, yeah, netcat-shell netcat, oh, nc, and sheet nc-l, and it should be 3000. Okay, now what you can do is curl localhost 3000 and see what's coming over the line so that you know exactly what to send. Okay, so basically I'm copying this up. And then I am cool. So client write. Okay, dash. These I need to unfortunately terminate with dash r dash n every single line. So I'm actually being very lazy and I am doing this by hand. I could have done some more vim foo, but I actually made a mess of myself. Cool. Okay, shift B. Okay. Now. Cool. Here we go. HTTP from scratch. So, okay. So this does this. So, okay. So we do client cork. Do you know what client cork and client uncork do? Basically, they queue all the messages to be sent, and they send out all the lines as one whole package once done. So we are doing this and a new line. Okay. So let's try, and I remove all of this. I remove all of this. And I am send request. Ooh. 3 times. Okay. Request, request, request. It got it. And then it's shut down properly. Ah, yeah. Thank you. You know, some info. So, okay. Let's see and do client pipe process std out. Let's see what comes through over the line. Yeah, it comes only one request. That's some Vim action there. Yeah, a little bit. So we have reproduced it with Node Core. Now the question is this the correct behavior or it's not the correct behavior? And this is a question of, yeah, I know, Rafael, that you removed that line, but that line is there for a purpose. Okay, it's actually like the goal is to, so it fixes the bug. Wait, it fixes the bug. Removing that line fixes the bug, but that's what we want. So we have, okay, let's do. So move cp bug chew mjs node node. Okay, so I copied my file on this other end. Yes, interesting. So let's try what Rafael is saying. So let's go in close, close idle connection. Okay, let's try it. And I'm commenting this out. Make just J8. Oh, okay. Let's recompile Node. I don't know. Are there other people streaming recompiling Node? If you know, just let me know. I would want to watch them. What they talk about in these long periods where they recompile everything. So node bug to MJS. No, it still behaved the same. Sorry, Rafael, this still behaved the same. It does not change the behavior. It sends 3 requests. And let's try with Fastify. Let's try with 11. Node bug.mjs. Yeah, still the same. It's not that the behavior, it's still the same. Do you want my gists that I have been tinkering with? Oh, Liran. Oh, this is I'm one Max computer, so it's also I'm also using CC Cache. So okay, so bug MJS. Okay, so bug MJS PB copy. Okay, and okay, so I am uploading them, creating some gists. So just a second. So bug MJS. Cool. Okay. So this is the first one. Add file, then bug core MJS. So let's copy bug2. Okay, and pasting it in here. Okay, create public gist is fine. Made a mistake, of course. Here we go. Okay, here is the gist. Here is the gist of the tests that I am running and that they are failing. So here we go. It's not this the problem. The problem is that somewhere should keep alive. Should keep alive. Yeah. What do you mean? I mean an X monorepo cache. You don't use an X with Node core. Wait a second. Okay. Server. Okay. Basically, Fastify, so Node, Fastify v19 and some tests failing. And apparently there is a bug on Node Core that makes this, that something we change in Node Core that makes this bad. Essentially, it's the result is that we are sending out. Let's try something else. We are sending out a connection close header too soon. So let's see, Node.js.node and changelog. Let's look at if we can find something here. that it's so this is our PR that might have some bugs. Okay, then there's nothing else. I did LGTM this thing, okay, and it's not here. Big question. So keep alive. So it's on outgoing. Okay. This is totally here. It's totally here. So process row debug should send keep alive. Cool. So this is how you do node core debugging. Okay. So node core debugging. Make J8. Cool. So do you think we'll finish this streaming, this bug fix? Because I finished the time allocated for the streaming. I probably need to go to feed my daughter soon. So we are going deep on this one. Yes. Okay. So you've seen the topics of these streams. Did you like these deep streams, or you would prefer highly more light stuff? Okay. Node bug MGS. Ooh. What? Oh, yeah. And bug shoe. Okay. And sorry, it's not printing this. What? Deep stream is good. Okay. Amazing. Okay. It's not here. Totally not here. What is happening? Because cool. This is not happening. Okay. Oh, put it in line 510. Line 510. Let's look into it. Let's see what this finished building. Okay, so okay, now it's yeah, seems correct. Okay, so it says 510 here. Yeah, but it's not. Okay, let's see something. Let's move this before this block. Okay, and then do By the way, you can use a row debug in your code too. Row debug is synchronous blocking. So it's actually very useful when doing node core stuff. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Liran. Loving you joining. Bye, Rafael. Oh, cool. So let's see how it's going. It's there from the very beginning. So interesting. Okay. So let's add some more stuff. Is this last already set? Huh. Last true everywhere. Okay, I think we are moving into something. Where do we say? Ah, here we go. I find the bits where I wanted to go. Bye, Rafael. Okay. Amazing, folks. Let's see how many of you are around. Okay. Cool. So let's see. So this is because so if it's close, it's we set it to last. Okay. So and if last is set, if last is set, so this is actually correct. Very fascinating. Because if last is set, is it doing anything with last year? Nothing. But I think in one, okay, last. Here you go. We have found the line. So we set, okay. So now let's go in this code base, and I just want to see something because I think we have the PR that caused me the problems, and we are going to blame, and it's probably be me LGTM it because I kind of remember that change. So at the end, it's we have found it, this thing, so it's here. Okay, so this is our expression. So we go for blame. Do you like git blame? Have you ever used git blame, folks? Git blame. Okay, so here, okay. Oh, so are the session recording posted? So a few questions. When I solve a complex problem, do you draw diagrams? No, I typically visualize everything in my head. Unfortunately, I cannot plot this here. I will probably set up some iPad thingy in the future so you could actually visualize something around. I have not done it for this session. So I could actually do some drawings and show you what's happening. Might use my other camera to draw by hand, which will also be very cool if I can. So it might be very nice. So, okay, let's go for some other line. 930. No. Oh, it's HTTP server, not outgoing. It's HTTP server. This is old code. So if I'm setting the header, in which one, Nifty 880? Anyway, Infinite 312. Which line? Can you pass the comment? Can you pass the link? Oh, my gist. Okay, yeah, fine, yeah. I don't understand. Sorry. Where is okay here 930? Okay, so this is here. Blame. Yeah, this is really old. No, so we are closing the connection. What error are you getting, Nifty? Is no error. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't lack the bug core. It's okay to not have an error. You see in the text that it shows only one request at the end. So it's very simplified. But you see only one request where you should be seeing hopefully 3, but it might not be. So I might have done just go on a very big fancy trip. And so this is which is closing. Okay. So now wait a second. So node bug MJS. Okay. So if I do an nvm news 18, it's the same. It's the same behavior. Oh, you see 3 requests. Interesting. Which versions of Node are you using? Which versions of Node? Because I'm running with that thing and I see only one. So, okay. Here is sending. So here in route, okay, we do closing true. We set the connection close header to close, so it will close. Okay. Yeah. It's you're using Node 18 or Node 19 because it's sorry. This is Node 18, and if I move to I still see 1. It doesn't matter. Oh, you're not. Yeah, but it's the same. It's not that the problem. Okay. No, I don't think so. I think you will get the same behavior with Node 2. We do. Wait a second. Yeah, it does not change the problem. I don't think you know, it's the same using with type module or not. It's the exact same thing. It does not change anything. Okay, so okay, I've commented out this line, which Wait a second. Yeah, you only see one response. You see request, 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 but you see only one HTTP response. Nifty Nate. You know, you see 3 requests and 1 response. Sorry. If I do, this is passing. Very, very weird. Super weird stuff. So this is last. How come? Okay, let's try close idle. Okay, if I comment this out and let's recompile. I think I need to go though, folks. So we might have a fix for this in a PR later, or maybe I will recap it in my next stream next week. I think it's time to go. Okay. Hi, Mika. What are we doing? I'm trying to fix a bug in Fastify. And at this point, I am down in trying to understand what's going on by recompiling Node. So this is how things are going. Probably not very well at this point. And yeah, it's now passing. What the heck? I think this should be running an event loop tick and not synchronously. This is Node.js 19. Okay, I'm using Node.js 19, aka master at this point. So, okay. Use 19, not. Yes, thank you. Node 18 is very buggy. Like I'm trying to fix the behavior of Node 19. And anyway, never use always the latest one, not .0.0. Okay, but Node 18 is 19 is .0.0. But okay. Huh. Now it does an icon reset. Interesting. No, not needed. Huh. So, okay. State. Where is state attached to? So parser, socket, parser, parser, socket. Okay. Then the state. A question a little out of context, but I want to know your opinion. When I'm coding, keep thinking of coding things. How do you manage balancing your life? For me, it's hard. Your advice. It's hard for everybody. Okay. I typically need some time to decompress after I do some coding session like this, which is actually pretty hard. Socket on hand. This is HTTP parser, so we are very close to the HTTP parser. It's idle. So okay. Okay, calling destroy. Okay. Okay, so here it's calling destroy. I'm pretty sure it's calling destroy. And it's socket. So we know HTTP parser. Okay, parser initialize socket. We have the parser state. Okay, on incoming. Soccer. Okay, finished. Okay. Okay. This is not what I want to hear. I don't know how donation works so far. It's you might want to do my donate something to my sponsor me on GitHub. So basically, there is github.com/mcolina, and there is also the link in the stream. So if you want to sponsor me, you can sponsor me via GitHub sponsorship. So it's great, and you find my work on Node Core and stuff like that. So okay, this is finished building. Okay. Destroy, exactly. It's actually destroying it. Dang. Okay, we found what's happening. Okay, I don't know where, why, and how. On that, I think I'll call it a night because I need to go and feed my daughter, which she's asking for food on the other room. And you can probably hear, you can't hear her, but I can. And I'm feeling pretty guilty at this point. So thank you, all of you, for watching this session. I will probably recommend, I will probably do another follow up on this next time. And I will probably post this on YouTube. Do people post this kind of stuff on YouTube? I don't know. Anyway, you will probably find it on YouTube at some point sooner rather than later. So anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye. Bye, bye, bye. Wait a second. Let's do a full bye. Bye. And oh, by the way, just to recap, today I just released platformatic.dev and v4. So please, platformatic. Okay, you can do this. You can come up and sign up to platformatic.dev. So thank you, folks. Bye. Bye. Bye.